Hi guys, it's me Jasmin again, aka Fulumirani. So some of you might have seen my last video where I basically introduced myself and told everybody that I'm planning a trip to Thailand. Yay! So this is going to be basically my first backpacking trip on my own, so far away. So I'm really excited. And this this post will be about how to plan your trip, how I went about planning mine, and how little of it is planned, and what else you need to consider before going there. So first thing I did is I got a good guidebook. You can get The Lonely Planet. I don't know whether there's a rough guide. I mean there must be. I really usually like the rough guides better than The Lonely Planet. So yeah, and but here, as I am in Germany, I got some German version of it, and it's really good too. It's a Stefan Lose something something. It's really good. Uh, so that, and then I read that, and I started marking all the things that I really wanted to see, and then I started, planning them out on a map, and then, setting my priorities. So there's some things I really wanted to see, but they're so far off the main tracks that I'm just skipping them reluctantly. So then there's some other stuff, in those guidebooks it says, what to pack, the vaccinations, yada yada. And then, especially the vaccinations, I discovered that I'm not vaccinated. I haven't been for some time. So last time I got vaccinated was like 1998 or something. It was against hepatitis. So I just, you know, I had to do that again, and that's kind of expensive. I had to get all the basics too. I had to get the polio, tetanus, typhus, some other kinds that I just don't know the English word for, and then yeah, hepatitis, of course. And so that one cost me like 105 euros. I do hope my insurance will take that, but I had to pay that. So that kind of, crushed my budget just a little bit, those 105 euros. So I decided I'll go on a cleanse and just not eat for 2 weeks right now. So, yeah, you'll manage. Everybody manages. So that's what I did. And yeah, I'll show you a little video. Yeah. So here's the video. And so, okay, let's go and plan the route. So I booked a ticket. It's from Amsterdam to Abu Dhabi, and then Abu Dhabi to Bangkok. On my way back, it'll be Bangkok and then Abu Dhabi, and then straight to Hamburg is where I live. So that's why the ticket was so cheap. I booked it. I found out about it through Holiday Pirates. So sometimes they have these flights that basically nobody wants, and there's like weird combinations that sometimes you'd have to take, but it was so cheap. It was like 410 euros. So I do recommend go on those sites and check out a little bit of weird combinations so that get the cheap flight. So because then from Hamburg to Amsterdam by train is just I think like 30-40 euros, and then it'll still be so much cheaper than booking the flight from and to Hamburg. So I just did that, and I'm really happy with that. So yeah, at the route, and then I'll be arriving in Bangkok. In Bangkok, there are some things that I decided I really do want to see. I do want to see the reclining Buddha that everybody kind of knows from the movies like The Beach, etc., etc. I guess there's so many movies that have that. And then Khao San Road, which is like the hub for the backpackers, but yeah, thing I should have said, I guess, in the beginning is that on my route I will try to avoid super touristy areas. So actually places like Khao San Road aren't really my thing, but I think I guess I do want to meet some people, so I guess that's a good place to start. And my hostel is kind of close. I'll be staying at the Boxpackers. I booked it through Hostel World, so you can check that one out, and I'll tape a little bit once I'm there, so you guys know what it's like. Yeah, so, and I booked only my first 2 nights because I didn't want to stay in Bangkok for too long because there are these unrest, yada yada, and I'm traveling to get out of the city, so that's what I'm doing. So 2 nights, I'll be arriving like 6 p.m. So there's not much I'll do on that first evening, I guess, except for walking around, getting to know my neighborhood a little bit more. And then yeah, I'm planning the trip. I decided that I'm skipping the whole east and northeast, even though that's supposed to be amazing and a little bit more off the beaten path and such. But it's just so far off the beaten path that I just can't afford it time-wise. So I'm skipping that, unfortunately, even though there's amazing places over there. So next time I go, if I ever go again, I'll definitely check some of that out. So I think I'll be going to the north first, and then travel my way down south. So in the north, I'll be going to Chiang Mai, maybe by train, like an overnight train, and which will be, I think, interesting. So I've heard it's really cold and long and not really comfortable, but why not? So I'll just do that. And I'll go to Chiang Mai. There's a temple, there's an old city, it's supposed to be really pretty, and there's lots of stuff you can do on the side and, take day trips and stuff. And I never planned, how long I'm going to stay at in one area, because, sometimes you think, I really like it here, so I'll just, throw in a couple of days more because it's nice. And as long as it's nice and you're feeling good, you should just stay wherever you are, because it's the same way when you have like 3 parties planned over the evening, and then out of the fear of missing something, you go to the second party and the third one, and they turn out to be so much worse than the first one, which had been amazing, I guess. I mean, that happened to me a lot. Never mind, that's just a little side note. And then, Chiang Mai, I'll be doing that. And then I'll be going south. And close to Chiang Mai, there's this elephant special tours, it's what it's called. You can basically do like a 2-day apprenticeship of learning how to ride an elephant and work with an elephant, and everybody kind of gets their own elephant, which is awesome. But it's 6,000 to 9,000 baht, which is a lot of money. I know it's including accommodation, yada yada, but it's a lot of money if you're traveling on a budget. So unfortunately, I'll be skipping that. It's run by a German dude. His name is Bodo. So if you guys ever get the chance of going there, just do it, because I've heard amazing things. So anyways, traveling south. Then there's Chiang Rai, which actually I wouldn't necessarily go to, except for there's this one temple. There's an artist who's building that white temple, and he's been building it for the last, I think, I don't know, let me lie, like 20 years or something, and it's crazy. Everything is white, and the forms and structures are like crazy. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking of going there. And so on my way south, I think, I don't know how I'm going to be traveling, bus or train or something. So there's also the Kachanburi Bridge on the River Kwai, which some of you might know. There are movies about this, and it's got a lot of history from the Second World War. So I guess, but it's really touristy, but I guess maybe it's kind of a must-have scene. So I'll go there too. And so what else is there? I have that list right here. Oh yeah, in central Thailand, basically, so a little bit further south again, there's the Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya is a city, basically, and it has ruins of the former royal palace, a temple, basically, and a palace. But what I actually want to see, which are supposed to be nice, blah, 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 but what I actually want to see is there's this Buddha in a tree. So it's basically a tree which is grown over the Buddha. You might have seen it in some pictures, and it's just the face of the Buddha that's like, in a frame and framed basically by the tree. So I kind of want to see that, even though it might be like the Mona Lisa, where at the end of the day you're like, oh well, that's not that impressive, But I'll try. And so I'll travel further south, yada, and what else is there? So, right, so Thailand's like an elephant, right? It's like this, and then it has this trunk down. So on the east coast of that trunk, there are Ko Chang. There's Ko Chang and Kokod. Or am I wrong? Yeah, no, I think that's what it is. And so I'm thinking of going there, and so it's like little islands that are supposed to be. No, wait, I'm wrong. Okay, so on the east coast, I'll cut that. But so on the east coast, Koh Chang, no, the Gulf Coast. That's where I want to go. The Gulf Coast. The Gulf Coast, it has Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, Koh Phangan. I don't know how to pronounce it. So that one, and Koh Tao, which is also called Turtle Island. So I'm thinking of going there, even though Koh Samui is super touristy. I might skip that one. And then there's Koh Phangan, which is also touristy, but it has some parts that aren't that much. So it has like a mountain, it has jungle, and I guess you can get some massages and do lots of activities. So I'm thinking of going there. So that's on my radar kind of. So I'm yeah, and then Koh Tao. I don't know. I wanted to stay there, but I don't know yet. Turtle Island. Yeah, I'll see about that. That's kind of a thing that I might skip to. So I think I'll be spending more time on the Andaman coast, which is the other side, basically. So that one has, well, let's do the mainland first. On the mainland, there's the Kao Sok National Park, which is supposed to be really nice, really nice. And it has, I did like one of the things that I had in mind when I was thinking about going to Thailand was that I do want to sleep in a treehouse. So it has this amazing treehouse lodge. I looked up the prices and they're really pricey. So yeah, I'll see how that one goes. Maybe I'll do it, maybe not. So and then so let's move over to the islands. There's Koh Payam. Koh Payam is like tiny and it's supposed to be pure nature and not much luxury. But as long as there are toilets, I'm totally fine. So I'm guessing I'll do that. It doesn't even have ATMs and it doesn't have electricity much. Let's say it has electricity from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it's not much, but it's doable. And I hope between 6 and 10 I can maybe record some stuff for you guys. And then there's Phuket, which is Thailand's biggest island. Lots of partying. I might be skipping that, or maybe just use it, you know, to get somewhere else. There's Koh Yum or Koh Jum or something. It's also a tiny, beautiful island, supposed to be not really busy. And Koh Phi Phi, which everybody knows from that movie, The Beach. I might be skipping that one too because it's supposed to be super touristy, and I really don't like tourists when they're all together. So I might just not do that. Oh gosh. Yeah, and then there's Koh Lanta. Koh Lanta is basically an area of 50 islands, of which only 3 are inhabited. But that one is supposed to be amazing. It has amazing nature, and you can do lots of activities, be it canoeing, you know, hiking, everything. So I think I'll be doing that. Yeah, and so that's it. So next week, I think I'm planning on, you know, showing you guys what I'm packing, maybe. Or yeah, so if I missed anything this time, just let me know. And if there's something that you guys are saying, you know, Jasmine, you can't miss that, just go and see that, it's just so amazing. Or if you have good advice for, you know, hostels that are cheap but nice, then just let me know. And also if you want to check out some more, you can find me on my Facebook and my my blog, which is fulumirani.com. And yeah, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my link to my, sorry, or subscribe to my channel. Just do both. I mean, I'd be happy. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week, and salam. Bye.